October 21st, 2015.
My name's Wheatstone Holmes, and I was born at the right time to grow up along with the video game industry. I've seen a lot.
Glitches, intended weirdness, unintended weirdness, whatever I can find that'll make you think this must be April Fool's Day.
But I haven't seen it all. That's what I'm counting on. Now I do voices for games, play games, and review games. This is the Hideout. Welcome to WH Game Hideout. Today is October 21st, 2015. The fictional date that the heroes from Back to the Future Part 2 traveled to from 1985. I know the movie was made in 1989, but fictionally it was based in 1985. It's a little complicated, I know. And speaking of the past and the future, I have today for you one of the best arcade game remakes ever. Strider, made in 2014. This is the way remakes should be made. Back in the 80s, I played the arcade game, and it was different from almost all the other offerings. With its sleek, ninja-like character, its pseudo-Soviet army of robots, and a first boss you were not likely to forget, Strider was perfect for its time. Now we have the remake, and there are some questions that come to my mind. Are they going to retain the communist Russia theme from the original? Is Strider going to feel the same? Will it improve on the original formula, or will it just be a shadow of what it once was? Well, I am elated to tell you that it is all that I hoped for and more. Let's take a look at it right now. In the arcade version, Strider got blade upgrades in a similar fashion to the original Castlevania. Here, you are given upgrades just before you need to use them. For instance, there are energy gates that only open if you have the ability to charge your blade, and you don't have that move when you start the game. You will have to wait until the game bestows the power upon you. You will acquire other blade moves like slamming into certain types of floor plates and destroying them. You'll get an upward blade thrust, an explosive blade, a kind of teleport ability, and of course you will be given your old buddies, the robotic eagle, and that little robot that runs around and attacks enemies for you. Except here, the robots circle you like a shield, and you can launch them at enemies. I feel your old friends got the short end of the remake stick, and they seem to be a lot less helpful in this game. They don't do a lot of damage, and they disappear quickly. So, does Strider feel like it should? Yes. It's very much like the arcade version in terms of mechanics. Jumping, slashing, climbing. But it's as though Capcom dropped Strider into the levels of Mega Man, which sounds like a great combination to me. It's pretty awesome.
Strider, you have been marked a danger to the state. Surrender, or face the consequences.
Looks like Strider didn't sign up for the Affordable Care Act. The levels are large, and there are often alternate paths and also secrets. You can try to collect all of the hidden POW icons, which in the Capcom games of the 80s were power-ups. Here, they unlock artwork and other extras. The sound effect when you pick up a POW is just like in the good old days, and helps make you feel that you are indeed playing Strider, and Capcom has remembered you. It's like they're saying, thanks for all the quarters. I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, as always, and the controls are great. A lot more complex than the arcade game, but that's modern video games for you. The first boss of Strider 2014 is not as memorable as its arcade counterpart, but it does a good job of capturing the feel of the original without duplicating it. Another modern addition are auto game saves. But this game is so much fun, I wouldn't rage about having to do a level over again. Although not supported by Tri-Def drivers officially, Strider looks great, using the generic template.
Captain, the nuclear vessels.
Is this guy a Capcom-y?
I'm only repositioning.
Well, that's all for this episode of WH Game Hideout. Until next time, keep your glasses on, and be excellent to each other.